right, I'm seeing some people watching. If you can hear me, just give me a little comment. And if you can't hear me, I don't know how you'll know that I'm asking that. We're just getting set up. Doug, you can hear me okay? All right, is there any echo, Doug? Is there an echo? Anyone who's watching, this is my first time syncing AirPods, Facebook Live, all the things, so I'm just sorting out all the... Okay, Doug's telling me we're good. So we've got about 5 or 6 minutes before other people arrive, so just make yourself comfortable and we'll get started at 5:30. Yay, you can hear me, great. We'll do another test since I've got people here. I'm gonna make sure you cannot. Let me know if you hear music right now or if you do not hear music right now. Ooh, that's loud. No music, perfect. Thanks, Liz. Hi, Mom, I see you on there. Hello, Joppa. Hi, Simone. Devaki. So nice you guys made it. The first time doing Facebook Live yoga, I freaked out because I had no idea how to get on. So that's why I decided to get on early, just to make sure you had something to click on. So I'll just wait a few minutes for other people. But someone who loves to be on time, I found that very stressful to not know exactly where to go to be on time. So that's my own thing to work out. And so if you are here already, make sure you've got a comfortable space. You probably know the drill, but it could be helpful to have something to sit on, like a blanket that's raised a little bit or a pillow. I have yoga blocks in here. You might not have yoga blocks at home, so I'll recommend anything that can help bring the ground closer to you if you prefer to use that. You can draw on 90s and 80s workouts where I feel like we used to use soup cans and things you could find around the house to support your home workouts. So those would be the only things. But otherwise, just find your comfortable space. Begin to quiet your mind and sink in. Soup can, yeah. Karima's here. So funny story. So Doug is logged on to the Facebook Live also, but he's outside. We just thought that would be fun to keep the experience entirely virtual, even for the person that lives with me. Doug woo-hooing in the background. Let's see, Karima says, can I go live on Insta? Oh, like go live while you're going live? I don't know about that, but you can try that out. You can't find me on Insta, but you might be able to go live while you're going live. If you figure that out, you let me know. And you guys can say hi to each other on the chat. You know, I feel like I should do a round of introductions. What's beautiful about this first digital online yoga experience is bringing together so many people from my life that I probably would have no other occasion to bring together. I was thinking about it. You know, like I'm probably not going to have another wedding, I would hope. So, you know, that would be like the only occasion where you guys all meet. So I'm pleased to bring people together from the various communities in my life. And if there's anybody who I've never met before, welcome. But as you guys are posting comments, I think I know all of you. All right, it's 5:30, so we'll get ourselves started. Welcome. Like I said, I think I know everybody on here, but if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Megan. This is my very first Facebook Live yoga experience, and I'm thrilled to have you here. So a little housekeeping to get started before we really zone in. Just because we're doing this for the first time, I did send out a Spotify playlist. So if you like music during your yoga practice, and you've got Spotify on your device, you can stream the Spotify playlist along with our practice. If you're on a laptop, you can stream this and you can play Spotify in the background, no problem. If you're on your phone, I'm not sure, but if you have two devices, you could definitely do that. So I will let you know when we're gonna do a meditation first, just kind of get in here, and then I'll let you know when we hit play so that we're all like synced up. And if you prefer not to practice with music, the joy of the virtual yoga classroom is you're in choice. You're completely in choice on that. So I think that's my only bit of housekeeping. Okay. Let's take a tall seat. So find your tall seat, and if you have something to sit on, it can help, and it helps with tilting your pelvis forward. It can help you rest in as you elongate your spine. And close your eyes if you're comfortable closing your eyes. And if you prefer not to close your eyes, just find a soft gaze somewhere. The point is to go inward. I feel like I'm whispering, so I might raise my voice. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, go inward. Begin to deepen your breath. Allow your breath to travel from the base of your spine all the way up along your spine on your inhale. And as you exhale, allow your breath to travel back down your spine. And just repeating this deep inhale and exhale. Along our spine is the Sushumna Nadi, the primary energy channel in our body. And so just consider that as your breath travels up and down along this energy pathway. I was reading one of my yoga teacher training textbooks, and there was a chapter on breath. Well, there's a lot on breath, but there was one thing that caught me in particular about breath, and it said something to the effect of our slow, intentional, deep breathing is actually the healthiest thing that we could do in this entire yoga practice. And what's remarkable about that is it's always accessible to us and it's free. So it's hard to imagine that something so simple could benefit us so greatly. And it does. And so that's where we're going to start, is just wherever we're coming from in our day, beginning with this intentional focus on the breath. Our breath is what anchors us in the present moment. This deep breathing calms our nervous system, activates our parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system, which is something that can be very handy on a Friday. I felt like when COVID started, I was clinging on to my week for dear life until I got to Friday. And I know we're all having different experiences through this. And that was my experience. And so having this time to pause at the end of what could be an intense week is just so healthy for us. And throughout this practice, I'll invite you to notice your breath. Your breath is your guide. Your breath is a really good signal if you've gone past your edge, you've gone past the point that your body wants to go, or can go, or should go. Maybe not should, but you've passed a point where you've gone into struggle. And so notice your breath and allow it to guide you. Allow the intuitive wisdom of your body to be your guide. And there's all sorts of shapes and sizes and physical levels and levels of yoga experience. And really, your body is your guide. I'm going to give you options. And this is just an invitation to listen to the intuitive wisdom inside our body. And above all else, love ourselves and accept ourselves. It's the first of the Yoga Sutras, is ahimsa, which means non-harming. And above all else, non-harming to ourselves. That's where we can start. And you can start right now in this practice. And we're going to take a big Om to start our class. So we'll inhale, inhale to Om. I can't hear you, but I'll feel you. So inhale. Exhale to clear. Inhale to Om. Inhale. Om. So excited to share the next hour with you. So if you're going to be using the Spotify playlist, now is the point. I'll do a little countdown. I don't know what's going to happen on my phone when I toggle out to Spotify, but we'll deal with it. Hopefully you can still hear me. Press play now. And make your way to your mat. And take your comfortable seated position, which you might already be in. If you're not seated, meet us in seated. And we're going to begin with rolling our neck. So you're going to drop your right ear to your right shoulder and just very slowly begin to roll your neck and find these neck circles. Rolling all the way around to your left, back, and around. Going very slowly and just having awareness of any points of tension, any tightness or holding. If you feel no tightness or holding, notice that too. And if you find a spot that's especially juicy, maybe needs a little love, you can stay there and just rotate your neck very slowly, not rotate, but just kind of move it back and forth, like you're sliding over that spot. And sometimes I'm aware, especially when I do these neck stretches, what I'm really trying to do is make the pain go away. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna massage you, now get out. And what I've been inviting in, especially this week, is an attitude of acceptance, even of tension, and of love, and of welcoming whatever my body is telling me rather than trying to force it out. Because when did forcing it out ever actually do anything about it? Not often. So change directions if you haven't already. And again, if you find any of those really tense spots, just stay right there with it. Stay with it, notice it. See if you can be at ease in the tension. Now bring your head into neutral. You can drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Placing your right fingertips just gently on the left side of your head, not pulling, not tugging, just the weight of your hand is enough to just create a nice stretch along the left-hand side. These delicate muscles along the left-hand side that hold our giant heads, they do a lot. You can release, bring your head back to neutral, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And place your left fingertips on the right side of your head. Again, the weight of your hand is enough. Breathe into any sensations that you're feeling in your neck. And release. Let's roll our shoulders up to our ears and then roll them back down our back. And let's do another one with a big exhale as we bring them down. So inhale, rolling your shoulders up. Exhale, breathing out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release. And close your eyes for a moment. Just tune inward. And now make your way to all fours into tabletop pose. So in tabletop, our hands are below our shoulders, knees are below hips. Toes can stay untucked or you can tuck them. Spine long, extending through the crown and the sternum. And really feel the palms as they press into the earth. As we begin to take cat and upward cat. So on the inhale, we're going to drop our belly and extend our head and our sits bones toward the sky. Exhale, rounding the back. Extending the heart toward the sky. Inhale, upward cat. Exhale, rounding the spine, extending the heart toward the sky, into cat pose. Continue this motion, undulating your spine back and forth. Remembering your breath. I have a teacher in Vancouver who used to call out the type A yogis, and when he would say that, I would pretend, that's not me. Yeah, maybe. And I say that because these poses, I used to like to skip over. And they're really important, and what I've learned to appreciate about them is the physical aspect in warming up the spine, moving the synovial fluid in our spine. And also the mental integration. Our brains aren't often ready to jump into the other poses. And so give your mind time to calm down and center as you focus on the breath and this gentle movement. come back into a neutral tabletop pose. On an inhale, I'd like you to look over your right shoulder as you bring your right hip towards your right shoulder. This is called C-curve, so a different movement of the spine. On the exhale, coming back into neutral. Inhale, left shoulder to left hip, C-curve on the other side. Exhale, back to neutral. Take one more round. Inhale, right shoulder to right hip. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left shoulder, left hip. And exhale, back to center. I'm going to take your right arm, and I'm going to turn just so that you can see what I'm doing with my arm, but take your right arm out to the right side. And then bring it underneath your body. Your right shoulder will meet the ground. You can hang out here, or options could be to tent your left fingers. You could extend your left foot. You could extend your left fingers. And you could even begin to raise your left leg. Again, options. Choose what's right for your body. Breathe into any sensation you're feeling as your spine opens and warms up. And you can release by pressing into your left palm, unwinding your right arm, and coming back into that neutral tabletop pose. Inhale, extending your arm out, your left arm out to the left this time, and then bringing that left arm through the opening between your right arm and your right leg. Left shoulder finding the ground. Same options on this side. If your body wants to stay right here, stay right here. You can also extend your right foot, extend your right fingertips. Lift your right leg. Breathing deep. To come out of this pose, press into your right palm, unwind your left arm, come back into your neutral tabletop pose and take child's pose. Child's pose, you're going to extend your hips back. You can bring your forehead to the ground. If it's helpful to have a bolster or a pillow or something underneath you, you can grab that and do that. And as you're in child's pose, can you just connect to the foundation underneath you? Especially right now with what's going on in the world, it can feel like things are just spinning out of control. And well, that's because they are. They always are. We can't control the world. It's one of our fundamental struggles as human beings. But this pose can remind us there's always a center to come to. There's a foundation underneath us. So ground in this pose as you breathe. And as you're ready, we're going to come out of child's pose into downward facing dog. So coming back into the neutral tabletop position. Bring your gaze forward to look at your palms, pressing into your palms, tucking your toes, press back into downward facing dog. As you find your downward facing dog, pressing especially into the thumb and forefinger, eyes at the elbows, facing one another, triceps engaged. Long line of energy all the way along the spine. Connect to your breath here in downward facing dog. Knees can be bent in down dog. Bend as much as you need in order to find a nice long line in the spine. Now as you press into your palms, slowly walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. And with a generous bend in your knees, find forward fold. Your arms can just hang like empty coat sleeves. You can grab opposite elbows. Just allow your body to drain. Finding opening along the back line of the legs. Stay in this forward fold. And now slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, begin to round yourself up into a standing position. Bend your knees to avoid any compression in the lower back. Keep your spine long as you come up into standing. And we'll meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. So close your eyes in Tadasana. Arms are open at your sides. Tune into sensation in your body. What are you feeling? Can you watch whatever you're feeling without judgment or attachment or I love this, I hate this? Just watch. Just notice. Open your eyes. And bring your palms to heart center. Inhale, raising your arms above your head. Exhale, we're going to meet back in forward fold. Inhale, you're going to take your right leg back into a lunge. Fingertips on the ground. And if you have blocks or, as I mentioned, soup cans or anything that can bring the ground closer to you, it can be helpful in this pose. Stay here and breathe in this pose that's often a transition that we blow over. Can you feel your body in this pose? Feel your legs holding you. Spine long, extending through your crown. And now pressing your palms to frame your front foot. Bring your left foot back to meet your right. And even if you're Captain Marvel, bring your knees to the ground to start and find this modified version of plank pose. Feel the muscles engaged, feel your pecs engaged, feel your core engaged. And if your body's asking for more, you can tuck your toes and bring your knees off the ground. If you find yourself in struggle, if you find your breathing labored, if you find yourself holding this in the neck, I'll invite you to bring your knees down. Breathe in this pose. Can you acknowledge your own strength? Because you're so strong. And then bring your knees to the ground. And I'm going to show you where we're going before we go. So rather than doing a full chaturanga, which can be really hard on our shoulders, I'm going to bend my elbows and then point my sits bones toward the sky as I bring my chest through the opening of my palms, approaching the ground but not meeting the ground. So you might just be bending a little bit and swooping up. You might go further. There's no right or wrong. But now we can try that together as you bend your elbows, pointing your sit bones toward the sky, bringing yourself through into a cobra pose. You can find low cobra, or you can bring yourself up, depending on the flexibility in your spine. In any version, you're pressing your feet into the ground. You're extending through the sternum and through the crown. Breathe. You can tuck your toes, come through your knees, and press into downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward into lunge. You can help your leg along or just make your way into standing forward fold. Left foot meets your right, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra. As you bring your arms above your head, maybe taking a little back bend as you extend toward the sky and our sun. And forward fold. Inhale, your left leg steps back, this time into a lunge. Pausing here and breathing. And then plant your palms, right leg steps back to meet your left. Plank or plank with the knees down. Choose which one serves your body tonight. In the beginning of my yoga teacher training, I found myself struggling to stay here even when no one was watching me. Like the fear of backing off just a little was so deep, it wasn't even about impressing people. So I really learned to unwind that and just to listen. And again, to love ourselves. And as you extend your bum toward the sky and simultaneously bend your elbows, bring your chest through the opening of your arms into your version of Cobra Pose. Giving love to our spine. Tucking your toes, pressing back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot steps forward to meet the left. And slowly roll up back into Tadasana Mountain Pose. Close your eyes. Go inward. Tune into all the sensations in your body. What's happening now that we've begun to warm up. Feel the tingles, the heat, the heartbeat. And bring all your attention to the spot between your eyebrows, the spot of integration. And slowly open your eyes. And bring your awareness into your feet. Feel the four corners of your feet on the ground. And we're going to take a big step back with our left foot. And you're going to want to look down at your feet and notice your right heel bisecting. You want to be bisecting the left foot. We're going to move into Warrior Two. So pressing through your feet, you're going to slowly bend in to your front knee, adjusting your stance to a width that works. And when your feet feel steady, your thigh's going to approach parallel and it might not be there. So what you really want to do is as you look to your front thigh, can you see your first two toes? So energetically, we want that knee pressing backward so that we're not collapsing into the pose and harming the knee joint. And so from that steady foundation, you can extend your arms and gaze softly over your right fingertips. And press into your feet as you extend through your arms, your crown, and your sternum. And our arms are an extension of our heart. So think of the wide expansion in our heart as we hold this pose together in various places around the world right now. Breathe. Can you bring your right forearm down to your right knee and your left arm over your left ear? Not collapsing into that right knee, but really lifting out of the right shoulder, extending through the fingertips. One breath here. And release the arms. Step your left foot forward to meet the right. Backward to Tadasana, the front of our mat. All right, right foot's going to step back this time. And again, your left heel is now going to bisect the back right foot. You're going to bend your left knee so that your thigh is approaching parallel. Extending your arms once you feel steady in the legs. And extending your arms increases the intensity of any pose. So if it's feeling too intense, just drop the arms. And bring your left elbow to your left knee. Right arm over top of right ear. Release your arms, step your right foot back to the top of your mat, Tadasana mountain pose. Close your eyes, breathe, feel the sensations in your body. And with your eyes closed, if you're following along on Spotify, maybe just begin to move your body to the music that you're hearing. Sometimes I like to interject a little dance sequence. So if you don't have the music, move to the rhythm of your heart and your breath. Snap if you want to snap. All right, and then with your feet firmly planted to the ground, inhale, bring your arms up to parallel in front of you. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Knees over your heels as your thighs approach parallel. Utkatasana chair pose. If you're enjoying the dance, continue dancing in chair. As you press through your feet, extending through your crown and your sternum, arms parallel. Breathing in chair pose. into your body and then come right back. I discovered in my first day of yoga teacher training, I'd been hating this pose for 15 years. And the reason I hated it is because every time I did it, I focused on what was wrong with me. Go lower, bring your arms higher. So yeah, it's not so fun to do poses when that's what I'm bringing to it. So how can we find a love affair with ourselves in any single pose, even chair pose? Take a break as you need it. If you're struggling, back out. And everybody release the pose. Find yourself back in Tadasana. Close your eyes. Breathe. What sensations are there now? Probably something in the thighs. Bring all of your awareness to what's going on inside your body. Bring all of your awareness to the spot between your eyebrows, center of integration. As we release these physical tensions in our body, this pause, this second half of the pose, this going inward allows us to integrate all that we're releasing. Open your eyes. From the top of your mat, you're going to take a big step with your left foot out so that you're now parallel to your mat. Turn your toes out to a 45-degree angle, and you're in a wide stance. You're wider than hip width. And then begin to bend your knees. And your knees tracking towards your pinky toes. As we come into this version of a squat pose. Hands can be right here gently inside our thighs. This is often called goddess or horse stance, but I prefer goddess. And you can find this mudra with your hands where you bring your forefinger and your thumb together. And breathe. And keep your awareness inside your body. Release the pose. And now bring your toes straight forward so the side of your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. Inhale, you can extend your crown toward the sky, and on the exhale, you can begin to bend forward. So the side view, you're going to be looking like that. Spine straight. You can bend your knees. Or you can widen your legs if the ground feels really far away. That brings it closer. And just release in this wide-legged forward fold. And then you can crawl your way back up to your fingertips. You can place your hands on your hips. And actually, you can heel toe your feet toward one another. Actually, why don't we keep, we're going to come into squat. So heel toe your feet closer to hip width, but still your toes pointed out at a 45-degree angle. And if you're upright, just make sure you bend gently before you come down into a squat pose. If coming down is a little too challenging on the knees or your body's screaming at you, you can always stay up here. You can always place, oops, now grab the top of my knees. You can place a block underneath your bum. And breathe into this opening. If crow pose is in your practice, go for it. I won't be teaching it tonight. And we're all going to meet on our bum. So you can just place your fingertips behind you, guide yourself gently down, spin to the side. You're going to find your knees at a 45-degree angle. Your torso is going to come back also at a 45-degree angle. I guess that makes 90. We're going to move into boat pose. So for boat pose, I'm going to show you different options, but start by just bringing your hands gently behind your thighs. Touch your toes to the ground. This could be your boat. This right here might be enough for your core, for your abdominals, for your body. If your body's asking for more, not your mind, but your body's asking for more, you can bring your toes off the ground, like so, and keeping your hands behind your thighs. If your body wants even more hot water, you can release your arms. And if you're still asking for more, you can straighten your legs. Mine's not asking for that. So I'm going to back up. Breathe into boat pose. Mindful of the extension along the spine, extending out through your crown, through your sternum. It's this kind of action I picture in my body. If your neck is doing this pose, back up. Breathe. Release. Release by crossing your legs, and you can, I like to just gently press forward a little bit to come out of this pose. Just close your eyes in seated position right here for a moment. We're going to make our way onto our stomachs. So you can just bring your feet behind your body, really come into a neutral tabletop position where we started, and any which way that feels okay in your body. You can lay down. And we're going to find a version of Shalabhasana pose, and that probably means nothing to you, but I'll tell you where we're going to go. So there's two options in this pose with your arms. One, your arms are at your sides, palms down. I'll turn because that might be easier to see. Palms down. The other option, and I'll do the side view for this, is you would bring your palms all the way underneath your body. You kind of need to roll to get there. Palms are face down, they're under your body, your pinkies are touching. If your body's like, what the heck are you talking about? No way. So that's a sign. So then just bring them out right here. Okay? So choose options. This is going to be half Shalabhasana, Ardha Shalabhasana. So inhale. Exhale, you're going to press your left toes into the ground as you raise your right leg behind you. Standing through your right toes. This pose is great for our internal organs, for digestion and elimination, which we don't often, well, we talk about it sometimes, but it's really important. So this pose helps our kidneys. It's hard to talk in this pose. Bring your right toes down. Now press your right toes into the ground. Extend your left toes behind you as you raise your left leg. Breathe. unfurl them. You can turn your head to one side. You can also make a pillow with your hands if that's more comfortable. Just release and relax. Using this rest again to tune into sensation in your body. This is the second half of the pose, the posture of integration. And just turn your head to the opposite side. And bringing your head back into neutral. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Pressing yourself through table back into child's pose. We started our class here, now we're winding down. Forehead pressing into the earth, arms extending in front of you. If you like another variation of child's pose, go for it. Connecting to your breath. Connecting to that intuitive, wise person inside of you. And then we're going to make our way onto our backs. So any which way, just make yourself, you can bring yourself onto your bum. And then slowly bring yourself down onto your back. Extending your left foot out. We're going to move into a twist. Actually, bring your hips about 2 inches toward the right. And then you're going to cross your right leg over toward the left. Right arm extending long. You can place something underneath this right leg if it's not meeting the earth, and that would be more comfortable. Gaze can look over the right hand side if you have that opening in your neck, and if not, just keep it straight up. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. And breathe. Always breathe. And release the pose. Bring your legs back to center. Bring your hips back into center, into a neutral position. And then bring your hips now 2 inches to the left-hand side as you extend your right leg. And bending your left knee, cross your left knee over your right leg. Left arm extending long. Your gaze can fall over the left arm. If you're listening to the Spotify song, Harper, my daughter, asked me, what does this mean? He's saying, my love is just a reminder, find your center. I told her it's, any external love we get from our loved ones, from other people, it's just a reminder. Because at our center, we are love. My love is just a reminder, find your center. Go back to that internal source of love that's always there, that exists within us. Bring your hips and your legs back to center. You can bring your knees to your chest, bring your arms around, give yourself a big hug. And prepare yourself for Shavasana. Extend your legs long. Extend your arms down at your sides. You can lift and just bring your shoulder blades under your body. If you'd like to cover yourself with anything, with any blankets or any bolsters or pillows under your knees, go ahead and do that. Shavasana, this ultimate surrender. Kind of pauses for integration along the way, and now this is the ultimate integration at the end of our practice. Release any control of the breath. Slowly come back into your body. And deepen your breath. And begin to bring small movements into your body. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe a big good morning stretch as you raise your arms above your head, extending out. And as you're ready, you can roll onto whatever side you want, right or left. Just roll onto your side. And with your eyes closed as you're ready, you can make your way back into a seated position to close out our practice together. It's a beautiful Friday evening. With your eyes closed, just staying inward. So today my mom was supposed to be here in person. Her first time seeing my new home out here on the Sunshine Coast, Mother's Day weekend. And Mom, we ordered up a perfect weekend for you. The weather is spectacular, so it was like, it was all there. And of course she's not here, she's in California for reasons we all know. And I was thinking about that as in our Shavasana that came into my mind, just reminding myself of that. And I would love nothing more than for my mom to be here right now, physically. And it's not something I get to control. She would love nothing more than to be here, and it's not something she gets to control either. And we all have our things right now. We all have our things related to the state of the world and what's going on. And that is the reminder right now that usually we can allow ourselves to think that we control our surroundings and the world around us. And we never really do. And COVID is this massive reminder of that right now with like everything in our life. And it's why I've been diving into this practice, because that is the fundamental part of this yoga practice and why I'm drawn to it. Yes, we move our bodies. Yes, we stretch. Yes, we get stronger. But really, it's that it's cultivating ability to be at peace with what is as it is right now in the moment. Whether it's exactly what I ordered up or nothing like what I ordered up, how to be at peace with what is. And that desire to control everything is the fundamental struggle of our human existence. It's not going to go away, so I better practice and get good at returning to center. And so bring your hands up to your heart in Anjali Mudra, posture of angels. You're all angels. Breathe a big breath in. Let it out with a big sigh. One more big breath in. I do meditation with my kids every morning, and we say the same thing every time. I know that because they repeat it now like they're robots. So I'm going to break it up a little bit maybe, but maybe not. We say Hari Om Shanti, which means healing and peace. May your divine spirit be victorious, which in Sanskrit is Jai Bhagwan. And then we make sure to end with the light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing your energy and your love, for supporting me. This class is offered by donation right now. It always is offered by donation. It's a gift to you, from us to you. And if you got anything out of this in any way, and you are in a position and you feel compelled to donate and contribute, all the information is on the Yoga by the Sea website on how to donate, and I believe it's also on the Facebook page. So again, it's a gift, and if you'd like to give, yoga studios need financial love right now, and this studio is a center of it provides what I believe to be an essential service right now. It's a lot of love for this community, even if you're never going to step foot in that studio. So thank you so much for being here and seeing all of your messages. I love you all so much. God bless you too, Karima. Jai Bhagwan, Devaki. Have a beautiful Friday evening, whatever you choose to do. And this is what our yoga teacher training community is doing to one another. So even though I can't see you, if you want to make a big silly heart with your arms, go ahead and do that. Bye for now.